What's up everybody, welcome back to another drawing tutorial. Gogeta Super Saiyan 4, but kind of alternate. Has a big scar down his face, kind of cool. So, I think it's like a Studio Ghibli maybe. You know the way there's those AI like Studio Ghibli style. It looks pretty good anyway. Landscape page, what's this called? It's a page. Page. Use a pencil, use an eraser, hit pause if I go too fast. So characters in 3/4. Difficult enough to draw 3/4 characters, I must say. It basically means you can only see 3/4 of his face. One eye smaller than the other, one side of his face smaller than the other. It's about half the size of the other. That's why it's 3/4. 1/4 is missing. So we're going to start with the big eye because it's easier. And we start with a Dragonball tick, right? To get us going, if my marker works. Come on. Check mark. Going this way. Okay. Alright, it's kind of different to what we're used to with Dragon Ball, right? It's a little bit of a different style. It's kind of a wavy one. And then we still have a kind of a square end though, like that, right? And then it goes back down and we get skinnier as we go down towards the front, right? And we have like a bit of a wrinkle line at the front and another sort of on his nose sort of area here. So the eye, standard sort of Dragon Ball eye, and it's kind of, they give him, I think they give him black around it, like a thicker black line. So we'll go starting here, the short line, and then the long line like that, right? But we're gonna we'll thicken it up, but we'll go just along the bottom first. It's about there. And they thicken up the corners, it looks like. So they go like this, just here. And then in here. Right. And then his iris, so he's looking pretty intense, half circle, looking up under that eyebrow. And then the pupil, same thing again, but black. Check mark underneath the cheek like normal. Standard sort of Dragon Ball style. But the nose is different, right? So the nose comes out from this curving line here. Curves out. And then curves back into there. And then we have the nostril, right? So it's kind of like a, you know, normal anime nose kind of thing. I guess if there is such a thing. So the other one, the other eyebrow, I mean, so this is the small eye, and it goes more, the angle of the eyebrow is different because his head is turned away, right? So it goes more vertical up this way. So you see now, see like the bottom of this eyebrow lines up kind of with the top of this one, right? So this line kind of lines up there. Might be even a little bit higher. And then we have that square end again. And then you want to bring it down to there. Gets thinner as we go down. And then we got those square eyes. There's one. So there. And then the short line in there. And we're just thickening these up, just to give it that Super Saiyan 4 look. They don't do red, it looks like in this one. And then iris, half circle there, and the pupil like that. And then frown, forehead lines kind of coming up there. So his mouth, just underneath the nose, like so. And then the bottom lip, very small, just there. Oh yeah, and cheek lines, like so. All right, and then his chin. There. So you can see like the curve of the face in the middle there. So because we're in 3/4 pose, we have two different sides. We have a jaw and then a cheek, right? So the jaw is kind of the same line we always do. So you just go like diagonal this way. Underneath the edge of his eye is where you'd want to stop. About mouth level, you know, about there, because that's where it sort of starts to change direction. Underneath the corner of his eye across from his mouth. So this goes curving up to here. And then on this side, we've a couple of different curve shapes, right? Because the chin curves into his mouth and out for his cheek. So it goes like this way, out a bit, in and out, right? Swings in and out. And then it goes around his cheekbone in towards his eye, right? And then it goes in towards the corner of his eye and up for his around his eyebrow. So it goes this way. Right? So that kind of shape. Different sort of style as well. Right. Make this nostril a bit longer, I think. Okay, so he's got that big scar then in his eye. And I'm just going to add it sort of, it's kind of like over his eyebrow. So we're going to do it there. And then we'll go down this way. Okay, so we've got an ear in here somewhere. It's kind of like pointy, different to kind of elf-like sort of ear here. Go around. And it joins sort of with his jaw here. And they actually put a little shadow under here. Just a little darker sort of. Sorry now if you can hear banging and stuff in the background. There's people working outside. Right, then we got like ear lines. So like the easiest way, letter J. And then you can add a bit more if you want. And then we'll go up and do his hairline. So center line, you just do like a little, I'd say like you could do the part anywhere you want, but we'll go here. And we'll just do a little zigzag across like that. And then his hair spikes. So they kind of look like normal Dragon Ball, but slightly different. Kind of maybe longer maybe. And like a bit finer. Right, so it kind of like comes across like this. And we got some texture lines just underneath here. And we'll do same thing over the other side. Right, coming down. Boom. And then back up. And it just seems to go into here. So then his neck, and so like he's lots more hair, right? But we're just going to get, because some of it is like hanging down behind his neck, so we'll just get like the front of his neck in to get us going first, right? Just going to go down towards his chest here. right? So sort of like that. And then we have longer hair spikes just hanging down here over his shoulder pads. So like a short sort of one. And again, it's kind of different to what we're used to, right? So see, there's another one sort of going out this way. And sort of back in here. It seems there's like another line that way. And then we're getting like the shoulder pad sort of in there. So say there's another one that comes behind the ear, disappears behind the shoulder pad. Sort of in there somewhere. And we're just going to start sort of building it up as best we can now. So you might be able to see like the back of his neck here. Kind of comes down into there, I think. Okay, keep going. So there's like a little hair spike here, and then another one underneath this one. Goes back into there. And it's like a big one up here. And then it goes down, hangs down here. It's kind of a double actually, that way. So it's like wavier. More detail, kind of more difficult actually, sort of hair. So take your time. Anime hair can be annoying, I know that. Right, so it's like the wind is blowing it this way. And we'll just keep adding. We'll go again. Another one hooks back this way. This one might go off my page now because it's so big. Yeah, just goes up off my page. And then we'll bring it sort of in here, maybe down. So you could finish that if you had more room. It's just I ran out of room. And then another one coming out the middle here. We'll go up here and then down. That one kind of disappears into another one. Like there. And that goes up off the page as well. Got the texture under here. Right, keep going, keep going. And all these ones kind of go down behind his back now. So I'll just leave that as that is. And then textures, right? And we'll go sort of normal sort of Dragon Ball textures, right? On all these. Just follow each sort of hair spike. Add some textures to each one as best you can. Just makes it look a bit more hairy. Okay, anatomy now. So center line for his chest always sort of joins the middle of like the neck, right? So we'll go, say like, and they're usually pretty big muscles, right? So we'll go there. And his chest will sort of disappear down here. His arms are folded. And then top of that chest muscle that way, and then the other one will go up here. And then we have that bumping sort of collar. And another one here. This one goes underneath his bicep, right? But we'll go back around this way. Go around his neck, sort of. Right, so this one wraps around his whole shoulder. This bumpy sort of cloud-like thing. Right, and then, so this is another part of that sort of collar. And then the other one, what's that chest muscle? So the other one's here. It wraps down around the chest. And like chest muscles there. So big shoulder, so waistcoat here, right? And then big shoulder inside here, right? So we'll go in like this and then just like around like so. And then we have like deltoid muscles all here. And then his bicep. And he can be kind of hairy, you know, because he's Super Saiyan. And then the tricep. So it comes out from here somewhere. That looks a bit skinny. Okay, let me try this again. So we'll go bicep up here. Right, so I'll just erase that. That's a mistake. So that arm just looked a bit skinny to me. So we'll try and get the tricep now in here. And maybe like furry little sections here. And then we'll go down to elbow here and up into there. And like his forearms kind of furry. So that looks a bit better, looks a bit more jacked, sort of. And maybe his forearm goes up in there, and like elbow. And what way? So we'll just join this up to his shoulder a bit better here, I think, as well. Right, and then, so he's got like a wrist. So sometimes that the AI images don't like finish things perfect. There's still a lot of work to be done with that AI. So that kind of messed me up. His arm looked weird. Anyway, his glove or sort of wristband, right, comes this way. And his arm is like folded behind here, so you can just kind of like see his wrist just disappearing down underneath his other bicep on the other side. But we'll finish this side of his body first. So that's his waistcoat, and then like his back sort of going in there. And then he's got like a waist. So So like his stomach is here, and then he's got just like a waistband tied here, kind of hanging over. Right, and then there's maybe abs and stuff just in there somewhere. And then that waistcoat should go back in there. Okay. Right, so the other arm, let's go. So we've got another shoulder pad actually, the other side of his body here. Just this sort of another spiky thing, you know, these curved things that he has. And then the waistcoat sort of goes down there, and then his like other shoulder muscle is just here, and then this arm goes in behind sort of his bicep, right? So the bicep is just out like so. It's kind of like just his hand sort of disappears in behind here. Right, and then so the other forearm sort of goes in that way, and then his elbow sticks out down here, and then it looks like it just curves in up underneath, so it goes up underneath that way and kind of disappears. And then we got like some elbow stuff and some forearm stuff. Textured furry shoulder. Okay, but we got there. Sorry about the bicep thing. That was like weird because it looked strange. It wasn't like tying in with the shoulder in the picture, because I guess because it's AI. But we got there in the end. That doesn't look too bad. Hope it's helpful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.